Hey, what's up guys? It's Kudos here. Today we're going to be doing a beginner's guide to Valorant. So Valorant just got its new release date of June 2nd. And this video is basically for anybody who is a beginner, somebody who got their key late, or if you're just starting out. My cat just chilling in the background. Peep Gary in the background, chilling. So starting out a Valorant game, it's a 5v5 tactical shooter like CSGO. You have two different teams. You're either an attacking team or a defending team. So you're either trying to plant a spike or trying to defuse it. So first dropping into a game, you gotta pick your agent. So you start out with, I think, 5 different agents, and you can get 2 more later on. There are some really good agents out there. Some of my favorites are Sage, Raze, Jet, and Breach. But all of them have their places, and I'll probably go over them in a different video. But you gotta pick your agents, and then you're in a game. So if you're on the attacking side, then you are trying to plant a bomb, and if you're on the defending side, you're trying to keep them from planting a bomb or defuse the bomb. So since this is a tactical shooter, there is a slight learning curve from a battle royale like I've been playing, or if you've been playing Call of Duty. It does play a little bit differently. Here's a few things to know before you start a game.
Some quick tips.
Aim for the head. That sounds very easy, but you really have to aim for the head. In these types of games, the crosshair needs to be where you think someone's head will be. You need to keep your crosshair up. I see a lot of people who keep their crosshair down, and if you're trying to peek a corner and your crosshair is down, their head's gonna be up, and so they're gonna kill you before you can kill them. Pre-aiming is also huge, so you not only have to keep your crosshair up, but you need to be pre-aiming your corners. You need to think where people will be and try to clear out those spots by just looking in that direction, making sure your crosshair is where their head would be. Another thing that people don't really think about is running. So running is very valuable in this game because you don't move very fast if you're not running, but running also makes you very vulnerable. So while you're running, there is a little circle on the minimap that shows how far your sound is going, so that whenever you're flanking or whenever you're trying to rotate, you can plan your rotations so that enemies will not hear you. You really only want to run whenever you are either full pushing a site in your buy phase, or when you're trying to rotate. If you are with the team and you're flanking, maybe it's a 2v4, 2v5 or something like that, and you're down, you don't want to give away your position, so you want to walk. You're also very inaccurate while you run. You can stop running pretty quickly and get a shot off, but you are very inaccurate while you run. Spray patterns are pretty crazy in this game. You can practice them in the range. The basic spray pattern is after a couple of shots, you can move your mouse down slowly and the shots will start going up. The shots will actually be above your crosshair. But after a couple of those shots, it's basically RNG. So they're kind of random. You can sort of aim them in the right direction, but they're mostly random. So you really want to get used to just clicking or taking a couple of shots, moving it down a little bit, and then stopping, because you got to reset your crosshair. So this is the 3 phases of Valorant.
Phases of Valorant.
So before your game even starts, there's a buy phase where you can buy your guns, your abilities, and your armor. You should get used to using your economy and flowing with your team. So if your team is full buying, you should be full buying. If your team is half buying, you should be half buying. So that's really in communication. You need to be communicating with your team about how much money you have, what guns you have, what armor you have, those sort of things. When it comes to the buy phase, basically all you're trying to do is buy your guns, buy your armor, buy your abilities, and then you need to get set up somewhere if you're defending, and if you're attacking, then you need to pick what site you're going to push with your team. After that, you are either defending or you're attacking. So the game is on. If you're attacking, either you're full pushing A, maybe you're split out a little bit, whatever your team decides to do. But if you're defending, the best thing you can do is not move. This doesn't mean camp in a corner, doesn't mean sit sit at the back side of C long with an op. This just means if you're on a site, stay on that site until someone says they're all A or they're all B or they're all C, because I feel like a lot of the times people die, it's because they end up pushing out, which is, it's way more important to win the round than it is to get kills. Sit at your site, be patient, and wait, because they will come in, and if your crosshair's up, if your teammates are covering you, you have good communication, you will win the round. So now there's two ways to win. You can either kill all of the other team, or if you are attacking or defending, you can either plant or defuse the bomb. If you're attacking, the bomb has to go off. So don't plant it and then leave and book it, because the other team can defuse it. So whenever you actually go to defuse the bomb, it makes a noise that's very recognizable. Just click the defuse and then back off, and people start rushing in, and you might can get some picks on that and then try to defuse. The last phase is defusing or making sure that your bomb goes off. Now, if you are attacking, make sure you leave before the bomb goes off, because if you are near the bomb when it goes off, you're dead. There's a giant radius that the bomb has, and anyone in that radius dies instantly once it goes off. So once you hear it start to click pretty fast, you can leave. And also, as you play, you will slowly become more and more aware of how much time you would have left on the bomb. Another thing you can do is practice. So in Valorant, they have the range, which is a practice mode. It is very, very useful. Please don't look over it. It can really take you from nothing to pretty good. if you're trying to do it every single day, it can really get you up there. But also look at aim trainers, because especially if you're coming from controller, or if you're just not too used to playing these types of games, an aim trainer can really help. Aim Labs is free on Steam. It's not like they're sponsoring me or anything, but they're very good, and you can input your settings into Aim Labs, and they have a lot of good flick simulators and a lot of good game modes and things like that. My basic warm-up before I start my games in the day is I go into the range, and then I'll shoot some bots on easy, medium, and I've never really gone to hard yet because I'm not very good, but that's usually what you do. And then you can practice your peaks, and you can practice AD strafing. And then they also have bot matches that you can do. You can go into the range, and there's a little portal, or you can go straight into it just by clicking practice. That'll really help you. I wouldn't do it on anything but hard mode, because anything but hard mode really isn't going to help you unless you really think that you can't do hard mode. It really helps whenever you're trying to learn how to peek, whenever you're trying to, especially before you start your games, figuring out where heads are again, because it's all that muscle memory and everything. But that's about it. I hope this helped you a lot. Good luck, all you people who weren't in the closed beta on June 2nd, and hope you have some really great games.